I think it's live. Hello, guys. Yesterday we did panic, and also we are out of practice. That I understood yesterday. Lot of out of practice. I think in order to solve this in 45-minute setting, you need to know it. You can't brute force. Brute force as in not the approach. You don't know the approach and you just devise it as in that way. So yeah, we'll try the two questions again. So yeah, let me check audio is fine or not. Let, let's start. Given an array of distinct integer and a target, your task is to find all the unique combinations in the array where the sum is equals to the target, and the same number may be chosen from the array any number of times to make target. So we have to pick one, and we can pick one again. So it is kind of recursion, picking and not picking. In even in dynamic programming, I think memoization, pick it or not pick it, 2 power n choices, something on those lines. Yeah, so it's basic recursion, and we have to store the results. Which results? That leads to a target 5. So let's see, let's not make mistake as we did yesterday. No worries. Even if we make the mistake, so what? Learn and just move forward. That's the only thing you can do. Keep on moving forward. Index is equals to, if not array size. Over here, target is the thing. If target becomes 0, let's take minus instead of plus. Let's deduct. So what we do is, first thing is we return. But before returning, what we need is the list. So let's initialize init self self, and this self will have our result, and this will have a temp. So what we'll do, we'll append temp. That's it. Now the thing starts, not this type for I in range, range index, comma, length of array. And what we do is what we do. We append first of all in the temp. We append in the temp array I and make a call again that we have selected this one. Move to the next one. How we move to the next one? I plus 1. And what we target is now what? Little bit less. How much less? Minus array I. And uh, here we need to send array. Find all the unique combination. The same number may be chosen from the array any number of times. Okay. I think we just need to send I instead of I plus 1. And temp temp dot pop also to remove that case when we don't require, we are not picking the one again. So let's see self dot solve array target index 0 and temp return self dot self dot result. Because we are doing that thing, we can take this number again and again. So I think this should work. Index I'm thinking even index is required because we can start every loop. It will automatically be done. Let's see. Let's submit this first. Hmm. I write self here. Self needs to be written here instead. What is wrong? array target index temp. Mm-hmm. Most recent call stack. Doesn't even what is the error here mean? Hmm. So if the becomes zero, recursion keeps on going deeper. Signal hang up. Why everything is empty? Is it not getting appended? Does it have to be need to be? Does it need to be this way to get copied? Does it? Something is wrong in the way how I do it. Okay, let's check. Empty, how come? But when I'm printing over here, append a copy of 10. Append a copy of them. When you find a solution, you also keep optionally that you append the same list to the objects of each time, then later mutate. Okay, instead of a value, we sent a reference. Okay, understood. Hmm. This part I'll check once. And how is the reference and value thing is there in Python? Does index have any effect? Does index has any effect? Yes, it has. Hmm. It has because even if we iterated up forward in the again recursion depth, we again go back to the previous one. So it makes sense over here. This one is done. Next, this one we did yesterday, but we were not able to solve it. So here we are. So first thing first, we need to sort it. Why? Just to get all the duplicate at one place and then have that duplicate check. Let me add that first. Array dot sort. Now array is sorted, and what we check is if I is not equal to index, means this is not the first one, and array I is equals to array I minus 1. Then we can continue, or we can write this way. I have this inside, all those things inside this. So what we are saying, if it's not the index, it's the next iteration, and that next one is still equal to the previous one. That means in this depth we shouldn't take this one. So we are just checking in this depth. In this depth we should not take this one. In next step we can take. How? Because then that will be the index. This will be false because I at that time would be equal to the index. So yeah. Hmm. Think now it should work. Wow. What is it saying? Invalid syntax. Okay. I think and we need to write here and again same thing. I think I guess. Hmm. When this suffering will end. Now what is happening? Sum is greater than target. Return in that case also. But why 2 and 3 is not added? Why? Why 2 and 3? Print uh, array I. Unexpected indentation. Okay. We are getting 2 and 3. Why? Why? Logic. I think this is something with the thing. Think same issue would be there, but let's check. Uh, something those line. Something syntax wise, I think some syntax is missing. Most probably because we can see 2 and 3 are there, but why they are not in the result? That's the thing. But why was it coming empty? When added print statement, I was able see 2 and 3. Because also skip the first candidate at each recursion level. How come? To get it inside array, I should not be equal to. Hmm. This is a simpler case to write rather than saying which case to go in. It's easy to write a case, which case not to go in. Okay. And understandable also that in any other case go forward. Hmm. That's better. Okay. Let's submit it. Hmm. Even here also I have written something. Little arrogance. Hmm. Okay, this is done. Let's move to our next yesterday's nightmare. This one is different. I did read it before starting the stream. So I would say this is a new variety in backtracking problems. Rather than using the index, we use visited. Is visited. If this index was visited. So what we were doing in previous one was we were iterating further. This to make permutations. Let's say you have taken b. Let's say you have taken b. Now to make a valid permutation you need a or c again. C case you will be able to get in the next step. But let's say if you use an index, how will you get A again? A is past. So index doesn't play a role over here. We need A again. A again, and we need a visited. Why we need a visited? So that in the same depth we don't go on the same character again. Like we are starting the loop from first one again. So we need to know the visited, that if this was visited in this depth, in previous depth, while coming till this depth, if it was visited or not. So in that way. So this is one variation where index doesn't play much role as other two which I did just now. This one index doesn't play a role because you need to go from the starting point if you want to make BAC or CBA. Understood? I think ah, this problem I did in 22, now almost more than 2 years. So this is, we can mark it. This is something we should have a eye on it when we go for interviews or something, or just think that this is something different to keep in mind. False. I think we can create something like this. N is there. I think like this we can create a visited. So what we're doing is, if not in if not visit I, what we will do is visit of I is equals to true, capital TRUE, and we'll again do that recursion call, s underscore list comma index. Index is also not required, just now I told the same thing. Instead of index, visited is required. We'll send visited, and so we need to add it in the, I think we wouldn't face this issue because this would be a value instead of a reference that we faced in just two questions back. This question back, sorry, previous two questions. Yeah. So what is it we are doing? S list is a list. Okay. Okay. We need a temp, temp, list, list, temp. So temp dot append. What we need to append? Temp dot append s underscore list, because s underscore list contains a comma b comma c. Okay, I temp dot pop and visited I is equals to false also, false, and over here it would be a temp reference, not a reference, a copy. And yeah, I think I think this one is fine, I guess. Let's hit it, run again, same thing, same thing. Length of temp. Self dot solve, self dot solve, self, temp, send temp. This time we got it. This problem you can mark as star. You should remember, here we are not depending on index. Let's submit. Yep, yep, done. Three problems done. Why this flickers? I think this is Chrome's issue, not the system. Let's do it. What is the harm in it? What is the harm in it? I need water. Let me go and drink. Let's go. Have I done this? Hmm. Let's not do it now. I think these would have done by me. Maybe not. Uh, let's see. Given a string s, given a string s containing only digits, your task is to restore it by returning all the possible valid IP address combination. You can return your answer in any order. A valid IP address must be in the form of a.b.c.d. c.d, where ABCD are the number from 0 to 225, 0 to 255. The number cannot be zero prefix unless they are, for example, okay. Hmm. We need to divide a number in four parts using three lines, and the first one can be zero but not as a prefix of something, not 0100. Single zero can be there in the a part, a position. This a I am talking, a position. So we have to 5 5 6 7 8 1 6 6. And what we need to do is, it is just 1 hour. I am sleepy. And we need to do is, what we need to do. We need to divide this into A, B, C, D. And A, B, C, D can be from 0 to 255. 255 included. Uh, ta, 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 ta. Now we need to put dot at those places. And the thing should be, there are two things. A should be in between 0 to 255, and it shouldn't prefix with 0. That is the thing we are looking for. Now we'll do this 255678166. This one requires index because if we do 2.5.5 dot, we didn't reach till the end. This is recursion, obviously. Hmm. S list S underscore list is equals to list formed from S. Temp if index is equals to temp if index is equals to length of S underscore list. Append underscore list. Sorry. uh, Temp dot how to do substring. uh, how to create sub substring in Python. How to create Python. Okay. We need start and end. Where is the problem? We need start and end to create a substring. And hi Kingsman unofficial. We need uh, temp, or this needs to be a two for loop because start and end is required. Start from outer loop, end from, I think, for for j in range I, for range j in I think, then only you'll get the end substring. Yeah, I think Python is good for modeling your approach and all those things. If you don't want to stuck with the jargons of the language, I think this is good. If you have 45 minutes interview, I think I have practiced what you do. I am a back-end developer and I use Golang mostly at work. But I have experience with C++. Mostly in my college, I have done C++. So both pros and cons are there. But yes, fortunately, uh, substring is equals to, oh, it's better we use, uh, we shouldn't take names. Until unless it's not a FANG type company. Which year you are in, or which company you are in. Year means college or company, you understand. uh, that too, you shouldn't discuss. I'm a fourth year from Chennai. Nice, nice. Keep on working hard or take any offer that you get. Just get started. Even I had the offer for Accenture also. So you never know what can happen. So always take the offer and keep applying for better. Okay, you got placed fortunately, or you are quoting me. Nice. Now you should tell which company and what package. Yes. I never forced you, my man. You voluntarily gave out the information. so, so see, life is unfair. Just joking. You shouldn't tell. Basically, I am recording this, but yours, this chat history will not no longer be there. So it's different. Thanks. You can like the stream. Where was I? Okay, S. Not Savestiar. IJ. Hello, Windows 8.1. Windows 8. Nice. Windows 8.1. Hmm. Tell that I am not the worst. Windows 7 is the best. 8.1, don't know. Company ka work experience. Don't talk about company in a forum where, where you can be quoted. You should learn your lessons. Hmm. I should never talk these things on record. Corporate hack. You never know who is watching. Where was I? So, which index to send? Solve self dot solve uh, s index, which index? J is going till I. This is not valid, I guess. If I starts again from let's do the problem. I got distracted. I and J, will there be a situation that I gets on increasing? Or we need to have that count of dots. Uh, did we used all the three and we reached till the last? Mm-mm-mm. Let's try run. We start from 2. Uh, substring is 2, and then we add, we don't add 2 dot. Okay, then we, let's say I, index is I plus 1. Mm, just append them. How will this be popped? Hmm. Uh, uh, uh. Does this work? Does it work? Solve, not solve. Mm-hmm. Init. Result. Dot. Comma. Index. Comma. Temp. Let's dry run. Uh, should I make a Discord channel also where we can hang out, guys? What do you think? Huh. 5678166. What does YUSZ means? YUSZ. Okay, yes. No worries, bhai. No worries. But one question: how come you know Hindi? You are telling you did BTech CSE from Chennai. So you are from Chennai or mm, from North India or South India? Okay, Andhra. Nice. Kannada is missing. You need Kannada. Okay, I think, but you will be able to pick up. I know guys from office. They know quite a lot of language. So, but they were not from Karnataka. Uttar Pradesh. Hmm. Let's focus. Why? Let's focus. uh, I is 0, j is 0. We get 2. We add it in the temp with a dot. Then we move forward. And now we are on 5. 5. I I is 1. So j will start from 0 and 1. Okay, bad news. Because we did 2 dot, now again 2.25. Nope, nope. Uh, nice one, bhai. IDN, nice one. This will not work. Not getting the idea. I have to see the solution. Did I solve it previously? Very long back. I was counting dots. Index also. Okay. So I am not making every possible case. Return all possible valids, but not with automatically I did. Index. I think this is start, this is end. I minus index plus 1. 5 minus is 0 minus 0 plus 1. Uh, Index is 2. Start is 2. Sorry, start is 1. 1 minus 1. Okay, this is better. Instead, when I did the same thing, but instead of two loops, is there something called size in this one? Nothing like this. Nothing like this. We need end and start. To to. We are limiting the I. We are limiting the I. This is better way of doing it. Instead of two loops, and that two loop thing is controlled over here, that we don't go with the same thing again. String to int. Whatever you want, man. Whatever you want. There is no fixed path. Whichever language you are comfortable with, just use that. Learn things. Mostly, if you want to crack interviews and all that, you just need DSA system design. That's it. For SD1, even 2 also. Learn concept, not the language. Because you can implement anything from any language. Just that how suitable is it, that language for that task. That's the case, but anything can be done in any language. Go mostly is used for its concurrency, how easily we can write concurrent programs, how easily it handle threads pointer on its own. Even Python can does that, but it depends on the pros and cons. मुझे कुछ नहीं आता Stay foolish, stay hungry. Next, three. Hi, look at stars. Yes, bro. जब तक है जान, DSA. How to stand out? Get out of the line. Everyone is. How to stand out? Do the thing everyone is doing better than them. If you can solve two question in 45 minutes of an interview, that's the standout. Because fresher level you can make projects. There are many things you can do open source, but what clicks for you, I don't know. Maybe college placement or anything. Yours is your story, unique one. Live that one. Hmm. Let's now solve this one. It's been over 20 minutes. I'm stuck with the same thing. Hmm. Index plus 3. Plus 3 we are doing to say that three characters that we can take. Int. And substring is substring. Uh, Third semester, what should I focus on? DSA. Uh, Core subjects. OS, DBMS, or what else? OS, DBMS, network, that, or and what else? At least get good at these things. Get good at DSA. That's it. Because with the pace that AI is going, AI can write code. AI can make projects. Not the end to end, but still you can make projects quickly with the AI, but you can't get that problem solving attitude sitting at one place doing the thing, because our time, that attention span is getting lesser and lesser. We need things in 10 minutes, Zepto and everything. So you need to be patient. You need to just sit it out. And for doing that, you need to do boring things. And boring things are DSA and this, what is it? OS, DBMS, computer network. Then, if time is there, then start learning about back end, front end, or AI, whatever you want. But these are the prerequisites to stand out. I hope this answers. Yes. OS also. OS. Operating system. शनि नहीं हो पा रहा क्या था. Let's. Hmm. Start is there. We need end. End is, what is end? What is end? How it was done here, yeah. This is size I minus index plus one substring IP. Do we need to convert it to hmm, substring? If substring, not substring, int substr is less than 256 and substr 0 is not equal to 0, then do this. this is when we are we doing that dot dots starts lot of time dots. Hmm. Dots. Let's run this 255 I is 0 and 0 plus 3 and length of size is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 is 0. Yeah, so we take how this work 0 till 3 0 1 0 1 2. Okay, third is not taken. So 0 minus index is 0 plus 1. So we take 1 2 if int and index or index or then we add it to 2 dot then index plus 1 so we are on 1 so we get 5 5 I is 1 index I is 1 index is also 1 plus 1 0 1 we take 5 5 is less than 256 5 is doesn't start with this. This works. हाँ भाई रोज ही आता हूँ ट्राई करता हूँ रोज आने का आप नोटिफिकेशन ऑन कर लीजिए पता चल जाएगा आपको भाई मगर अब मैं देख नहीं रहा हूँ इधर, ठीक है, सॉल्व कर लेते हैं थोड़ा। S list is not defined. We don't need S list. S is fine. No S list. S is fine. Can only concatenate list, not str to list. No worries. Now something wrong happened. Self solve self range minimum index plus 3, length of S. Anything I'm missing? Anything missing? Mm-hmm. Not the one that I can point out. Hang up is mostly no base case is getting hit, but but let's see. Exclusive. Huh. I minus index plus 1. I minus. How come index would be greater than I? again. Okay, it works differently. Plus one. Index will be the start. I will increase. There is no pop. To remove Hi Krishna. Minus one. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. minus 1. Everything except the last find all palindromic partitions. So, given a string, find all possible ways to partition it such that every such string in a partition is a palindrome. Okay, I think previously I have done it when I did it 3 months back. Let's do it afterwards. Okay, this one is not done by me. Let's see. You're given a matrix of size n cross m containing English alphabets and a string word. Check if the word exists on the matrix or not. The word can be constructed by using different cell either horizontally or vertically. The same cell cannot be used more than once. We need to create the word geek. If the word geek can be found, so we should start from the very first letter G. If we are able to find it, then we go to the second word E and it should be adjacent. Then from there it should be adjacent. From there it should be adjacent. So kind of a search for I in how to traverse matrix. I don't know. Let's see if it is same. N is equals to length matrix. M is equals to length of matrix 0 row column. J in range M. If word 0 is equals to mat of I j, so we call self dot solve. I think with ij def solve self comma row comma column matrix word. If this is true, return true, else return false. Now let's solve. Is valid valid int not int row comma column comma n comma m return should we direction up, top, down, right, left? So if we go up, it means if we go right, if we go up means axis same, 0 comma plus 1. If we go left, it says minus 1 comma 0. If we go down, it means 0 comma minus 1. If we go right, it means plus 1 comma 0. Direction dir equals to minus 1 comma 0 0 minus minus 0 comma 1 1 comma 0 comma 0 and 0 comma minus 1 dir row call I j n comma m comma dir I j. Let's not do that. Mat word dir for I in range 4 new row is equals to row plus we need index also for the word idx comma 0 if idx is equals to length of word return true. True. dir I new column array column dir if we go left means column shift row same. is valid. Valid. New row or new column. Length of mat. Length of mat 0 n comma m. Nope. And mat. First I should check this. Mat new row new column is equals to word index. If it is, solve it. New row comma new column comma mat comma word comma idx plus 1. How to find the dimensions of matrix? Same. Mat word index direction no column self self dot solve self dot is valid. I am saying false. But answer is true. don't think so. Yeah, will help, but what is going on? Still getting false. Still getting false. IDX is self dot sol. So inside sol we mark the current server. I'm doing that part. Eh? Let's call it a day, guys. Bye bye. See you in the next one. Keep grinding. You guys are awesome. Bye bye.